Hi and welcome to my video today about my review of the Conrad Bali in Nusa Dua. It's my first time here and I just thought I'll share with you the place we stayed at and maybe why you should consider staying here as well in your next trip to Bali. From the entry, it is a big curvy driveway that takes you up to the foyer, and you will enter this massive foyer, and inside the foyer they've actually got their bar and their welcome area, the reception and the concierge. So the bar's called East, and they've also served afternoon tea here with a beautiful view of the ocean. So as you can see, it's got some nice ceiling architecture and you've got good hosts that will serve you if you're there to just lounge around and relax like this nice beautiful family as well. So they've got a huge balcony from where I'm standing to show you this picture, and you can see the view. So a lot of people do like to hang out here throughout the day, and you've got this beautiful pool down below, and there's actually a big wraparound pool as well. So from the reception, if you take the right hand side, you'll end up going down these stairs. Alternatively, you can take the lift and that will take you down to the ground floor. So once you're on the ground floor, you could actually walk straight out through those little bars. There's a doorway that takes you straight back onto the road, or you can turn left and you'll see that along here, there's some rooms along here where you see the pool. And this little pool wraps around the main pool, which is right here. And there's a buffet breakfast area here where a lot of people do come and have breakfast. And as you see, this is the view from above. Below is the restaurant, and above was the balcony from the bar. So you can see it's a really nice relaxing atmosphere. Only disadvantage is if you want to walk from the resort out to this beautiful beach, you actually have to walk up and down those stairs earlier. So for someone like me who was unable to really walk very far and needed a wheelchair a lot of the time to get around, it wasn't the easiest way to get from the reception out to the beach. If you do want to get out to the beach, you would have to do a big tour around the resort to get out there, or you need to get on your crutches or walk over those stairs onto the beach. So the beach stretches not as much as if you were over in Sanur, which if you want to look at my previous video, I have done a clip on that. Now, as you can see, I had the wheelchair and we had to walk through quite a bit of area before we got to our residence for our stay. So it's got a few shops that you could actually do a little bit of shopping if you want. And as you can see, just beyond this fountain, there's actually a photography area that they offer photo shoots. So we were fortunate enough to utilize their service and got some beautiful family photos taken because we were actually Diamond members at the time we stayed here, and they were just beautiful. Just obviously the whole environment helped, and I highly recommend that if you do plan on staying here as well. There is obviously lots of fountains and waters that make the place look quite pretty and relaxing, and they've actually got a spa that you can book in if you wish. So after this long little walk through these pathways, which were wide enough for the wheelchair, we took a lift down the stairs or down to the bottom level. So this was the top level of where the reception is. I would consider that level 1. And you get down the lift, and as you can see on the right, there is a gym, and as you keep walking along this path, you actually see there's a sign that takes you to Rin, which is their Japanese restaurant, and we did manage to dine there one night, and I will do a quick review of that if you want down the track. So along this walkway, we're almost to our actual residence. So it was a bit of a hike. When I first got to my room, they didn't have the wheelchair, so I was actually on crutches all the way through, and that was a bit painful. Now there was a little pool here. It was a bit more private, so for people living in the residence, this was a place that you might want to just swim at if you didn't want to swim at the main pool. And they've got all the summer beds as well that you could also just lounge around and relax in if that's something you enjoyed to do. Beyond that pool was actually where the Ren restaurant, the Japanese restaurant was, and also the executive lounge breakfast was served. So through these buildings and up the lift, we're on level 2. So these were the suites, and that's where we stayed when we stayed at the Conrad this time round. So when we entered our room, there was a little welcome fruit platter for us, and we actually stayed at what is known as the Conrad Suite Twin, and it had so much room, bigger than some people's houses, I think. So you've got your dining table and you've got the big spacious living area, and through those doors you've got the balcony, and this is the view we've got through the balcony. And to the left of this view, it was actually the ocean. Near the ocean there's actually a chapel, which I'll show you shortly. So as you can see, the living room had plenty of room for you to just lounge around and relax. And then the bedroom, which had 2 queen beds, which were actually very comfortable. And as you see, I think the marbling on the floors just gave it a lot more of a clean feel. Now this is something we love collecting when we stay at the Conrad. Conrad is known to just give you a little gift, which is their little symbol for where you stayed. So Conrad Bali has the little monkey for us to take home as our little memory. And then there's a little walk-in area for your suitcases, and then this is the bathroom. So very sufficient for us to stay. When you do come to a Conrad, look out for those little toys, because we've collected quite a few, and one of my favorite has been actually in the Maldives. Now outside of the suites, you can actually walk straight out through this beautiful bamboo arch out onto the main road, onto the beach direction. You actually walk towards the chapel, and a lot of weddings are actually held here, and you can see why. It's just got a beautiful scene. And this was the beach that is also pretty much privately owned by Conrad, and it's pretty, it's relaxing. And if you like to just hang out on the beach, you have the option, and if you wanted to hang out back in the room or at the poolside, there are places that you could also go to. So it's a beautiful, relaxing place to go. We had a late checkout because we had a late flight, so the hotel was kind enough to give us a room to just chill, and so we managed to check out another room in the resort, and this was the deluxe room, which had a pool view. So as you can see, it actually even had an ocean view, so we really got to just relax on this big comfy couch outside, enjoy the views, and just wait till it's time for us to catch our flight back to Sydney. So I hope you enjoyed my video of my stay at the Conrad Bali. Stay tuned for future videos where I show you the buffet and also the high tea. So hope you enjoy those too, so please stay tuned. Thank you.